Hey, how you guys doing? This is USMC Doc 14 with another episode of How to Piss Off Liberals. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the final episode of How to Build an AK variant at home. Okay, the previous videos went through and carried all the steps. This is the final video and the wrap-up. Let me begin this video with the same thing that I begin with all my videos with. Everything here is for education purposes only. The opinions that are expressed are entirely my own, not anybody else's. Make sure that everything that you're doing is legal in your state and per federal guidelines. Everything that I do here is legal in my state and legal in federal guidelines. Also, I speak with colorful vocabulary, so if you have small children who are easily offended, it sucks to be fucking you. Okay, so let's wrap it up. Now, what we've covered so far is we have done an AK build. Mine being a weld build from scratch. But the main premise of this entire video series of how to build an AK is to teach you that you can build pretty much anything, okay? An AK variant is, building an AK variant is not much different than building an HK variant, or any other stamped receiver weapons for that matter. You have a jig, you bend the receiver, or you buy the receiver pre-built, and then you assemble it accordingly, checking the head spacing and all that. Just today we're building AKs. Okay, now what I have is it's in its final version. Okay, and this also shows you why I really like weld builds. It's a very nice, clean surface for me to create whatever I want on, and also it's retardedly easy. I mean, I used to do rivet builds. Dead serious, used to do rivet builds all the time, and I enjoyed it. And then I got lazy. And I really don't care. Plus, it makes the internet desk warriors all sorts of butthurt. In our last video, what we covered was going and hardening the axis holes in the ejector, and then going and doing its final tempering. I went and I hardened my ejector, my holes. Went and quenched it, then stuck it in the oven at 500 degrees till it got up to temperature, and then turn the oven off and let it cool down naturally. And what we have here is a sandblasted and finished AK-47. All that is left for me to do is put in my fire control group, function test my fire control group, okay, and then finish the assembly and bring it out for test fire. Now, I'm not going to finish the AK until I make sure that it function tests and fires correctly, just in case I have to do any sort of modifications or changes to the weapon in order for it to function correctly. With the covering of the wrap-up, what I wanted to make sure is to get into your head the 922R requirements, okay? Remember in the first video, out of the 20 listed parts, no more than 10 foreign-made parts. Even though the parts kit that you come with, the parts kit that you may have gotten may have included enough parts for you to assemble an AK-47, it is not legal by 922R because you'll have too many foreign parts. So like this one, okay, my US-made parts in this is going to be the stocks, the fore end, the muzzle device, the fire control group, okay, which is 3 parts, and the receiver and the grip, okay, because you built the receiver, that's a US-made part. Other little tips is when you sandblasting weapons, any weapons at all, you don't want to get sandblast into your chamber and get it all chewed up. Even though it's chrome lined, it's kind of durable, you really don't want to do it. So what you do is you stuff foam earplugs into your chamber, and it does a good job of keeping the sandblast media out of your chamber. It keeps it all nice and shiny. Now this weapon is ready for whatever finishing I want to do to it. Whether I want to go and do Parkerizing, whether I want to Duracoat it, Cerakote it, or even just straight up rattle can. Okay, I mean, I have a couple of AKs that are, you take regular Rust-Oleum, the Rust-Oleum Pro, or even the Rust-Oleum Textured, which works really well, and you spray paint it, let it dry, then you bake it in the oven at 300 degrees for about an hour. And it is an incredibly durable baked on enamel finish. Yeah, it's kind of ghetto, but who cares? It's finished. But if you want to get adventurous, this is when you start having fun. Okay? Now, this is another weld build. Now you can see why I love weld builds. I have this nice, beautiful flat finish flat surface that gives me a lot of detail and looks really pretty. Okay. Now, also, this is your AK, so you can do all sorts of nifty shit with it. If you want, you can go and you can pull out the bolt carrier and completely and fully polish it. Okay. Actually, a good thing to do is polish the bottom side of the bolt carrier so it slides over the hammer well. Oh yes. By the way, boys and girls, treat every weapon as if it is loaded until you pull the rubber out. Okay. This weapon is clear. Okay. Show clear. But you can hear how smooth the action in this weapon is. Because, I mean, I've made sure that the fit and the finish are exactly on. And like I said, it is your gun. Okay, so you could spend the time to make sure that the bolt carrier is right, to make sure that, everything is resetting correctly and that it's making you overall happy. Okay? This stock set I made. I hate woodworking, okay? But you can go out and you can buy really nice wood stock sets if you like wood, or you can go out and buy yourself polymer stock sets, whatever. You can go and get the most gay-ass Tapco friggin' collapsible buttstock you want. It's entirely your prerogative. It's your gun. Okay, while we're on the note of Tapco, okay, 90% of the time my fire control groups are by Tapco. Not because they're better or worse than anybody else, but because they're relatively cheap, they work, they're reliable, they're easy to tweak. You can go and spend more money on some of the more adjustable fire control groups. I don't tweak the triggers on most of my military grade weapons because I'm trying to think of the correct word here. I need the crappy trigger because at work I'm given the crappy trigger that I can't adjust. So if I get used to shooting with the crappy trigger, I'm always used to shooting with the crappy trigger and I don't spoil myself. You can go online, there's tons and tons of different companies for you to get all your accessories and all of your parts. Now, the main things I want you to know with an AK is there's going to be a lot of questions on this, like how do I mount an optic to an AK? You don't, okay, unless it has an optic rail. The optic rail on an AK mounts over here on the side. But you can go and get a cantilevered mount that comes from here, comes out the back. LaRue and some other companies make a replacement rear sight that puts in like a fast fire or a doctor sight into here, okay, which is a worthwhile investment. But don't, no matter what, do not get the shitty dust cover replacement sights, okay? The reason the dust cover mount optics, you know what I'm talking about, the rail back here? The reason why is your dust cover is loose. No matter how good it is, it's always going to rattle loose. And every time you fire, the cycling of the action is going to move your point of aim. So it is worthless. It's a tactical, worthless piece of shit. Now, you can go and get the cheaper railed forends with the mount here. Those don't move as much, but when you go and you start breaking down your AK for cleaning, it's going to change it. But any mount, any optic mount other than the dust cover mount kicks ass. Carefully put this down so I don't fuck it up. Okay. Really, I don't know anything else. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this. I got a message for this one before. Oh, the t-shirts I'm wearing. This t-shirt is from Hughes Hand Built. Okay, this is a kick-ass motorcycle shop out of North Carolina. Guy is a great dude. I've gone out and visited him many times. He specializes in XS650 modifications and rephasing. So if you are into foreign choppers, definitely check out his website. On that note, let me wrap up. Thank you guys for watching all of my videos. Please take the knowledge that you have and pass it on. If you've bought a DVD and this video is on it, please let me know so I can unfuck the asshole who sold it to you, because all of these videos are for free. Okay, they're not monetized. You don't see a stupid little ad in the front. On that note, if any companies out there would like to be, would like me to test and evaluate any of their shit, please feel free to contact me and I will hook you the fuck up. But anyway, contact your congressmen, contact your representatives, make them know exactly how you feel about Second Amendment rights. Whether you're a hunter, sportsman, or whatever, it does not matter. A gun is a gun, and we are all gun owners. So, On that note, thank you for your time, and if you guys have any requests for future video segments, please let me know. Have a good night.